Okay, it's time for another update on my meat ant colony, Iridomyrmex purpureus, and this is with Queen Opal. So let's see what's been happening. We've got a little bit of a change. Let's get into it. So in the last video update I did on this colony, you would have noticed that the nest is starting to get a bit too much moisture. It's getting a little bit too small for them and they don't really like it. And you can see here they've started to store some of the brood in the outworld. So I think it's definitely a time to change out their nest. So that's what I'm going to attempt. So this is the current little nest they have. It's an acrylic nest from Novo Ants, and it's a very old one that they don't sell and haven't for a long time. But as you can see here, they're starting to pile out that area with all those brood. So I think it's definitely time. It's getting very cloudy. You can't really see what's going on in there anymore. It's too much moisture happening. So I want to change them out and give them a new nest. So we'll see how we go with that. But the colony is doing really well. So I'm really excited about that. There's a ton of brood and now the weather is getting warmer. Hopefully all of that brood will develop nice and quickly now and this colony can start to grow. And we can get some good workers going. So let's have a go at that and see how we update this colony. Okay, so this is the new nest that I'm going to put them into. Again, another Novo Ants acrylic nest. A little bit larger, got a bit more of the setup there with a few of the chambers. The overall size is not a huge increase, but that's what I want. I don't want them storing rubbish inside the nest. So what I'm going to do is just disconnect the old nest, block it up there. Got some workers there in the outworld, but that's okay. So just stuffing that cotton in there and the entrances and also in the outworld, make sure I don't get any escapees. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that new nest. With the new nest, I'm going to put a bit of tubing in, and what we're going to do is just replace that cotton and we'll put them together. So we'll attach that outworld a little bit later on, so we'll see how we go with that. Okay, I've connected up the new nest now with the tubing between the two of them. So now we've just got to see if we can do that transfer. So I'm going to make the new nest nice and dark, leave the other one exposed, and we'll see what happens. Well, they weren't too keen to move. So what I've had to do, because I don't want them starving or being away from a water source, I've connected up this junction here. And this is actually a high-tech ants junction. So we've got the new nest there, which is already being explored, hooked up to the outworld with the old nest there. I'm going to give them as much time as they need. So I just kept on coming back, having a look, wanted to cover it up. I don't want to stress the colony out at all. And you just have to be patient in ant keeping. It's just part of the game. So we'll just have a little look inside the old nest here. As you can see, the queen sitting in here, a couple of workers, a little bit of brood. Yeah, but a lot has gone missing. I wonder where they've gone. Well, let's have a look at the new nest and see if anything's been transferred over. And there we go, look at that. So they've started to do the transfer. Now this was a couple of days later, it did take a little bit of time, but most of the brood has been taken over there and all the workers are sitting there and waiting. But the queen has not gone over yet, so that'll be interesting just to see how long she takes. So let's see what happens. Stay tuned and we'll get into that in a second. Well, I came back the next day and it looks like we've finally got some movement. So you can see I've just have the old nest there exposed to the light. I've got the new one covered up nice and dark. And we can see there the old nest is completely empty. And in the new nest, there she is, Queen Opal. Beautiful. She's in her nest. There's plenty of brood. All the workers are over there. And I've got a little bit of room to move in this nest, which is great. So I'm really happy with the transfer. It's gone well. There hasn't been any stress. So now what I've got to do is just disconnect everything and hook it up to the outworld. And that's what I did. Nice, quick, easy transfer. Just unplugging those tubing and connecting the new nest here up to the original outworld. And we can just continue on how it is. So quick little update on this colony. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, I'll keep you up to date with what happens. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel and you'll get early access to videos, behind the scenes information and plenty of other perks on different levels as well. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my awesome Patreons. Thank you for your support. Huge thanks to Medical Carcass 9, Ants 3D, John Redwood and K Single. Thank you again. Well, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. You'll notice the video at the top is recommended for you by YouTube, and down below that I've picked a video that you might enjoy. Thanks again for watching, and happy ant keeping.